Hi, I'm Eddie Obeng, and I'm delighted to be here. And it's actually your fault because you suggested you wanted methods and tools to try and help you navigate the complexity of the world we're living in. If you're not sure about the world we're living in and how it all fits together, watch my first video, which explains about the world after midnight, or my TED talk. Otherwise, today I have a treat for you. I'm going to walk you through the ultimate compass to guide you through everything else. It's called the 12 Rules for the New World. Let's have a look, Kevin. Let's have a look at Cube, and let's see what we can find there. So Cube, where the sun is always shining, as you know, we're going to go through and look at this particular pet called 12 Rules for the New World. So first of all, the question you'd ask is, well, what is it? Well, it's a compass. The thing is, when the world changes, some of the habits and heuristics and methods which you have or your organization has may no longer be correct. And I found 12 classic mistakes people make over and over again. You go to your boss and they'll go, should we do this or that? And they want you to give them an argument for one. The answer is you probably need to do both. This is a set of cars. They're all different cars, but they're all exactly the same. They're Rolls Royces. They follow the same rules. It's an and, not an or. You don't change what you're doing. You do the same thing and a combination. This is a set of different sockets. Why? Because the world is different. You know, our old thinking is DEI, equality, etc. We try and make everything the same. No, complex world, you know that things are going to be different. So you have a different solution for each particular problem. That's the way you work. Anyone who tells you everything should be treated the same is nuts. They're wrong. This is another one which you'll see happens a lot, which is we're used to dependency. Lady on the top, on the back of these two, on the top, back of those two. Most hierarchies in organizations designed like this. What do we find now? To do anything useful or complicated, my colleague Tammy was hoping for a coffee meeting, which is why it's popped up there. I'm going to just say goodbye to her. This is about interdependence, which is what Tammy's after. We're going to have a good conversation about interdependence. It's about, I can't win unless you win. You can't win unless I win. How do we win together? So it's a completely different idea from what we had traditionally. Let's have a look at this one. This is my favorite. This is London's Heathrow's Terminal 5. Lots of effort went into it, but they forgot to put effort into the things which matter, like, for example, actually making sure the baggage handling works. So this is about putting your effort where you won't be wasting your effort, but coming to something useful. This image here is from one of my great heroes, Colin Burns, who used to run IDEO. This is an arthritic patient who's got their medicine, but can't take the top off. Of course, they can't. They've got arthritis. So they're using an angle grinder. This is another one from Colin, which is a machine where you would buy your normal car parking ticket, but it's so badly set up that you have to add extra signs. Basically, what this is telling you is any activity which isn't stakeholder-centered, customer-centered, consumer-centered, citizen-centered is a bad idea. It's a mistake. Old world, you could get away with it in your command markets and your command governments. New world, it's going to lead to disaster. This is another one of my favorites. Most people write their diaries and they fill their whole diary all day with all these Teams and Zoom meetings. No. Work it backwards. Decide how much time you have and then figure out what you'll fit into it. Don't decide all the tasks you want to do and try and make time fit. This is another favorite of mine in terms of mistakes people make. They try and launch the perfect thing, but these days we know minimum viable product. Chunk it up, break it into bits, so you're providing a benefit from the least effort rather than waiting till everything's perfect to go with. We know this is another one, which is if the computer is the constraint, in other words, the constraint is in the human life and not in the computer, you're in trouble. So you always make the computers work for you. If you do it the other way, you work for them. That's why when I'm using AI, I'll run 3 AIs in parallel, ask them the same prompt. So they are always waiting for me. I have to do the thinking. I'm the bottleneck, not the other way around. You'll also recognize this one. All the ideas you had, your KPIs from 10 years ago, your bosses or your leaders or whoever it is saying, this is the way you've always done it. If you hold on to the old ideas, you're in trouble. You have to unlearn almost everything in order to open your mind without pride to be able to absorb new things. This is a classic MBA story of how Coca-Cola decided to change their formula. They forgot. Change and improvement are not the same thing. You'll see around your organization millions of initiatives. They change things and life gets worse. Improvement's what you're aiming at, not just change. So always check it's going to actually improve. And then this is a spinning top. Spinning tops are great because they're dynamically stable. Once you get them going, they work. Why? Because they're looped up. So you support your customers. Your customers love what you do. They give you money. You can then do more development. Then you give them something else. It's a loop. That whole dynamism is how you make things work in our new world. And also you virtualize everything because nothing has to be done in the same manner. So you can do the traditional outcome, but in a new manner. So that's what it's about. It's about finding a compass which will guide you through these different situations. And the 12 rules, you need it all the time. Otherwise, you will end up totally overloaded and you'll make tons of mistakes and people hate you. When do you use it? All the time, because your life is already full and your diary is full. How do you use it? Very simply, as a checklist. You just have this on your wall, on your desk, or written down somewhere. And everything which comes up, you run it through these 12 ideas to see if it violates any of them. If it does, give it no more of your time. Otherwise, can we come back to me, Calvin? Thank you very much. 12 rules for the 12 in the new world. That's your pet. That's your How Daily. See you again tomorrow.